Hey Nick, how you doing, man? What have you been up to? Sorry, I should have probably answered your question too. I'm doing all right. Um, just got out of work not that long ago. Um, working on a character here. I was gonna try playing a Walking Dead game, but um, the downloading wasn't going very quick, and so I turned this on instead. Being a dad, beginning to regret it. Yeah, yeah. Red Dead One on the PS4. I don't know, man. Um, have you actually played Red Dead One like on the PS3 or Xbox? How old is your kid now? Yeah, apparently on the PS4 Pro there is a little bit of a uh, not necessarily a graphical upgrade, but it does run in a full 4K. Um, I don't know, man. I still have it. I still have my PS3. I played it on there not that long ago. Um, it's still a little salty that it isn't a remake or uh, a remaster or anything like that. It's just a straight port, but it is what it is. So is the kid keeping you up at night, or is it just basically like watching the kid and going to work? Gonna start off remaking this character just as I did before, and then seeing if I can't improve the looks a bit. PS4, keeps me up at night. So yeah, I mean my brother calls his kids crotch goblins. So I don't know. I thought it was funny. He either calls them crotch goblins or spare parts. So like if he needs a kidney or something, there's a good chance he can get one from them. Of course, he's joking, but at least I hope he's joking. It's spare parts. Yeah, yeah. I think that kind of makes him that makes him Frankenstein or Doctor Frankenstein. I don't know, which one would that count as? I mean, technically he would be getting the parts, so I think he would be Frankenstein's monster. No. So what is the kid just like? Is the kid just waking up at night, or just doesn't have a good sleep schedule? Has colic? What's going on? Give the kid some bourbon. Don't give the kid bourbon. All right, yeah, man. You too. Take care of the little one. Um, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Hathaway, welcome. How are you doing tonight? Oh yeah, how'd that go? Wait, back to school. Let me see here. Yeah, I suppose. So what's your favorite subject? What's your favorite one and your least favorite? Like which one do you kind of dread going to class for? Sorry, man. I'm recreating a character that I made like a long time ago. Seeing if I can't make any improvements, or I might like end up doing a completely different heritage. So we'll see. English. All right. In E in English, or in E in English. Uh, sorry. Obviously, my English is really good. Um. Okay. See, oh, man, like I didn't like any of those back when I was in school. Um. I still don't like math. I've learned to appreciate science. And I've really started to enjoy history. So if you're already enjoying science and history, man, you're ahead of me when I was in school. Speedy, man, I'm all right. How are you? Speedy, I was gonna try and take your advice, not play Saints and Sinners Walking Dead, but there is a different Walking Dead, Outcast, Outlast, something like that. Um, but I didn't have it downloaded, so started the download on that, and I don't know, see how long it takes to download. Seemed to be going really slow tonight for some reason, so jumped on here and decided to try redoing a character. That one stays right about there. In a match of Warzone? Oh, dude. Tear it up. Don't worry about me, man. You got people counting on you. It's make sure to take care of them. Starting to get a little concerned here. There doesn't seem to be much of a change. Come on, here we go. Hathaway, I've been doing all right. Still doing the job thing, still living life. So nothing too crazy on my end. I've realized that I can, I guess not realized, but it was I found out that I can like I've reached a point in my whatever with followers and everything. I can actually start doing like a membership program or a thing called supers. I haven't really looked into either one of them, but I'm kind of thinking like the membership thing. I don't know what I would actually be able to do in order to make a membership worth it. But I was thinking like if I would maybe turn it into like a lottery type thing. So like people would pay for a membership, and once like there was a certain amount of money in the pot or whatever, like I would have a drawing, and like whoever won that drawing would get like a game of their choice, or if depending on how big the pot was, like it could be other things. It could be a game of their choice, or like a new controller, because I think those are typically more expensive now than an actual game. Yeah, basically what people put in as a membership fee gets collected, like, and then essentially goes back to the members. So I mean, it wouldn't be like a membership to they would be giving me. It's a membership. It basically be a lottery, is what it comes down to. So, because yeah, I honestly have no idea what I would actually be able to offer for whatever, like special special stuff to actually make a membership to my channel worth it. Because I'm not this isn't like this isn't my job. I do it in my spare time. So yeah, I just think that like maybe running it like a lottery would be the best option and make the most sense. Who am I making? I'm trying to make Scarlett Johannsen. At this moment, I'm just basically doing a remake of what I made years ago. Oh, geez. Okay. I now have different colors. The one I made years ago for the eyeshadow, there's like a tan option. I suppose that's it looks lighter. But anyway, yeah, I'm basically just doing a remake of a character I made a while back. Seeing if I can't make some improvements. I feel like I probably could. And you know, maybe even just check out a completely different heritage. See if it looks better. So, are you able to handle the job and be going to school, or is one kind of put on hold? I think I need to change your hair so I can see your face better. Able to finish your work at school. No, I'm not talking about your schoolwork. I'm talking about like your your work. Dang, a programming class. Okay. Yeah, see, for me, a programming class wasn't even available until I was what, like 11th grade, 12th grade? Okay. So what kind of programming are you doing? Make pixels go to certain places? So you're making it sound like it's like really basic, but I think that still would be higher than whatever I learned. Okay. But it's not a specific like programming style. Like I don't even know. Like the only one that springs to mind is C++, and I'm pretty sure that's extremely outdated. All right. Is that an elective, or is that something that everybody has to do? Man, trimmed is the only one that doesn't seem like it's just an overgrown patches above her eyes. It's an elective, okay. Alright, so I assume like in whatever science class you've already gotten into like dissecting frogs or guinea pigs or what have you. Yeah, she looks better with the hair like this, but I still don't think it really looks really right. Rat and frog last year. Okay. Is that the only thing that you've had to do, or I remember like whatever. For me, there was also there's an owl pellet because like owls don't actually poo. They like throw up this. Well, it's called a pellet, but it's large. It's has like bones in it and everything from the animals they've eaten. Advanced English too. That's a lot of advanced. So what kind of stuff are you learning in advanced world history right now? Yeah, man, I mean, you could start talking about like x equals y something something, and I would be lost right from the start. All right, fair enough. Sorry, like going from Heritage 20 to Heritage 1, just such a huge shift in what the face looked like. Yeah, the first, whatever, the first week of school is usually pretty simple, pretty easy. Just, becoming accustomed to the classes. Are you going to a different school building than you did last year? Kind of feel like this one could be used to make. Oh, that one kind of looks right too. All right. Well, that's cool. My like my school, it split it up a little differently. It was like one school had grades 1 through 3, another school had 4 through 6. Then we had what we called middle school, which was 7 through 10 or 7 through 9, and then grades 10, 11, 12 were in another school. Okay. Yeah, the schools that did whatever 1 through 3 and then 4 through 6, both of them did kindergarten. It just basically depended on what side or what area of town you grew up on. That decided which one you went to, for kindergarten at least. Kind of feel like this might be a better heritage for Scarlett Johannsen. Two choir classes. Dude, when do you have any free time? It just sounds like you're like always doing something. Are you also in any kind of sports? I'm personally not a sports guy, but I figure with everything else that you're doing, man, it's probably handle stress well. Yeah, it sounds like it. That's gonna be a skill that'll be very helpful in life. Yeah, no, that is definitely the smart choice. Definitely want to save your noggin. Especially when you're in like the 5th grade, that's that's a really young age to actually starting to get concussions already. And on top of that, I mean, if you're like in a bunch of advanced, uh, whatever advanced school classes, science, English, etc., you're obviously a pretty smart guy. So you definitely want to be protecting that brain. Well, actually, Man, you got you got a full-on list of things going on. Like, it makes me question what I should be doing with my life. It's like I go to work and then I come home and I am ready to just call it a night. Yeah, honestly, dude, like with everything that you're doing, I don't see why you wouldn't. You gotta, yeah, you have a lot going on. And that's what's important. You know, if you don't enjoy it, then it really that's when it becomes a task. That's when it becomes a chore. You know, um, as long as you're enjoying it, that's. I mean, you can probably do it all the time then. it's, I mean, I could try. I'm not even. I haven't even like started doing this whole thing. Um, I'm looking a little bit more into it because it's how do I say this? Well, put it this way: it's taxable income, so it's one of those things where I would still have to set aside a little bit of whatever just to make sure I didn't get like taxed to oblivion the following year. Um, and so I do have to look more into it before before actually like laying out the plans. And even once I lay out the plans, I still feel like it could be in flux a little bit. But I mean, I mean that would be it. That would be totally up to you, man. I would have to start doing the membership thing though. And like I said, I at this moment I don't know exactly how it all works. Man, it's amazing how much of a difference the hair makes. Yep, my phone is dying. That will prevent me from being able to see what I'm working on. Her eyes are a little bit bluer than I thought. Yeah, I noticed that too. That's why I didn't comment on it. I was like, oh, that's the same message from earlier. Oh. So I probably asked you this before, but what is it that you're looking at going to college for, or university for? Um, I probably got the message. I don't honestly I don't look at my messages very often, so I'd have to check it out afterwards. Computer programming. Okay. Yeah, I think that you know, considering everything that you say that you're interested in, like the science and everything else, I think computer programming might be a good fit for you. Kiera, Ki, I want to say it's Kiera Coda. I appreciate that. I don't know if you're the one that actually suggested uh, Scarlett Johannsen. Um, but yeah, she was like I made one years and years ago, but I think I can probably do a little bit better this time. A game developer. Yeah, yeah, we talked about this. Wait, we did talk about this, right? I know that there was somebody else that was in here. Armadillinger. He's actually working on like reprogramming or remaking one of the Hitman games. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I actually I've only played one of the Hitman games, um, but I enjoyed it. So it'd be interesting to see what he does with it. I suck it. I'm going to on a choir trip this year. Um, my first guess is DC. Like Washington D.C. Second guess would be New York. There we go. Haha. My second guess was right. My first guess was DC just because it's like typically when I think of stuff that's school related, like field trips, but school related, um like my first thought is DC. And then but considering that it's choir, music, that kind of thing, New York was my second guess with Broadway and everything else. So, proud of myself. Two guesses. I got it. So that'll be really cool. You've never been to DC? Okay. I've only been there once. Um like it was a school trip, like what was it? 8th grade? Ninth grade, somewhere in there. Um like I did a lot of yard work. Did a lot of yard work and clean up and stuff to save up the money to go to DC. It wasn't like everybody in the grade got to go. It was just if you could pay for the trip, you got to go. Um, and I saved up a lot to be able to do that. So, have you been to New York before? I feel like our nose is crooked. I'm excited to go. Yeah. No, it is cool. I've been there a couple of times. Um, just make sure to stay with your class. Um, yeah, just make sure to stay with your class. Um, don't God, what kind of advice can I give you? Um, don't go off the beaten path. You know, don't start going into strange areas to explore or anything like that. Um, do not accept gifts from anybody. Like if somebody's like, here, man, you know, whatever, have I don't know, whatever they could be handing you, just do not accept it. Just be like, thanks, no thanks. Not necessarily crackheads, but like, I don't know. There's just basically stay with your class, and you'll be fine. Um, like there's weirdos everywhere. You know, anywhere you go, you're gonna find weirdos. I've traveled many places, and some reason I always seem to find some. Um, yeah, the pizza, the pizza. Um, trying to think of, you know what? I honestly I don't think I've ever had New York pizza, which is surprising now that I think about it, because I'm huge into pizza, and New York. I mean, it's a New York slice. Yeah, I know. Like I couldn't believe it either. Now that you're mentioning it, um, I'm a little disappointed in myself now. I'll be honest. See, I'm racking my brain trying to think of if I did or not, because it seems like such an obvious thing. I don't think I did. I don't think I got a slice of pizza while I was there. To be fair, though, the only reason I went there was because I was meeting a friend. Um, like I, I traveled over to Europe for a bit. Made some friends while I was there, and like they were having a thing going on in New York, and so I went out there to meet them, and that was the main reason I was there. Yeah, if I'm ever back in New York, I'll definitely give it a try. There are certain things you know, if you go someplace you have to try a certain food. So like both New York and Chicago, you should try some pizza there. I did try some when I was in Chicago years and years ago. Um, like when you're in Kentucky, you got to try some chicken. Um, not necessarily at a KFC, but just to see what the hype is because of it. Like if you're in Georgia, you got to try something with peaches in it. I personally would suggest a peach pie. Texas brisket. Yep. Yep. Texas brisket. Um, I don't know, man. There's not a whole lot that I can like. Maybe for Florida, the oranges, orange juice. I don't know. Doesn't really seem like a incredibly important thing. Oh, you gotta try Florida's orange juice. It's like, is it really that different? I don't see how. Yeah, I'll be honest though. I've never actually had a brisket that I liked. I've always thought it was too fatty, too greasy, that kind of thing. I mean, yeah, I know brisket is already supposed to be fatty, but I don't know. There's sometimes some things I just think that maybe I just don't like them. With an old Texans love. Yeah, I know it's. I mean, it sounds like it would almost be a joke, you know. It's made with love, but what love really is like experience, you know. Like I make a Chex Mix, right? And like you can follow the book, you know, and you can have the same exact like ingredients and proportions that the recipe says, but there are certain techniques that you develop while you've made it through the years, and it can make it taste better than when you're first starting to make it. You know, that little bit of extra time and care. And man, you have a lot going on in your life, don't you? Congratulations, dude. Is it uh is it a brother or sister that's gonna be the parent? Having a niece. There you go. All right. Well, congratulations to you and your brother. Maybe the other way around. Do they already have a name picked out, or is it going to be like, you know, they have a small list and they'll see whatever seems right at the time? No, that's not right. Remy? Reme? I'm sorry, since it cut it cut the name in half, so it like my brain doesn't want to process it. Like Remy. Okay. All right, very nice. Do you know if that has any like special meaning for the family, or it's just a name that they felt sounded nice? I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some people choose like a family name, like oh my grandparents was a Remy or whatever. K, okay. Every girl in the family. So every girl in your family has the middle name K? Different variations of it. So like one is Kaey, another one's Kay, another one might be Kaye, or just Kae, that kind of thing. Yeah. All right. Don't know why. It feels like the more I mess with this, the more wrong it looks. No, man, I don't. I have no idea who that is. I show speed. I'm guessing it's a racing YouTuber. Either that or drugs. I show speed, and like they're showing different types of narcotics. I don't know. So what are they about? Ooh, that'll do it. I don't know. I would think that if it was one time, they would be like, okay, be better about it in the future. But yeah, Yeah, but you also got to take in consideration that like if you're moving about and everything else, something might be exposed. So to take precautions on that. He has an obsession with Ronaldo? See, now you're mentioning somebody else I don't know. Who's Ronaldo? Soccer player. Okay. I'll take your word on that, man. It's Shadow. Shadow Wolf? Tutorial. Who's Shadow Wolf? Sui? Okay. Yeah, man, I don't I'm not into sports really, so actually, wait a second. Now that we're talking about it, that might I think I made a soccer player in Red Dead once. That might have been him. Ronaldo. Nope, was not him. I don't know what the guy's name would be then, but I know I have made a soccer player at some point. Yeah, man, I have no idea who Shadow Wolf is. Drewy? Druhi? Drewy Blackhand. No idea who Shadow Wolf is. A basic Texan? I, I don't even know what a basic Texan would be. Like I think that's more of an outfit tutorial than an appearance. Even an outfit tutorial, I think would be kind of like people might question things. Like I think put it this way, President Hathaway, I think you would have a better chance at making an accurate Texan than I would. Yeah, I think a Texan like a 1890s Texan, it would be more of like a ranch hand looking character. Shadow Wolf. I gotta look that up. Wouldn't Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Revolver be two different characters? Oh, he's a native character. I like that idea. Imagine a Texan from the year 1898 would look like. Well, see, I would have to like research it a bit. So, I don't know, man. Shadow Wolf is an interesting character to make. That's an interesting suggestion. I don't know. I'll look into making that one. I mean, obviously I wouldn't be able to do like the face paint or anything like that because the options aren't there. But it's still an interesting choice. I think I already know what heritage I would end up using for it. But that said, I do think this is as close as I'm going to be getting. Maybe adjust the mouth a little bit. So I do think I'm going to be calling it a night here. Thanks guys for hanging out, chatting. President Hathaway, I wish you the best of luck on everything that you're doing, man. You have like a whole bunch of stuff going on. Of each state has a character outfit. That would be an interesting thing. I feel like that would be more research than I would really be up for doing. Because, yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would actually, like, some of them I don't know what I would even put in there. Like, what would I put in there for, like, Delaware? You know? Or like, Washington State. Some of them just seem like they would be very bland, very generic. So I do like the idea, though. I'm not gonna lie about that. That one's pretty good. Iowa. What would I use for Iowa? I mean, I don't even know. Yeah. Blackhand, I don't know if I'm pronouncing the first name correctly. Druhi, Blackhand. No, I really like the Shadow Wolf idea. I probably will make that one at some point. I have been wanting to get through most of the Red Dead characters, whether it's Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Revolver. And the fact that it's, you know, it's a bit of a different character. It's not, you know, yet another typical white guy that I'd be making. I do like to try to branch out when I can. So, yeah, there's a pretty good chance I'll end up making that one. Make Uncle. it's Uncle. Who would want Uncle? Exactly. He's got lumbago. Here's the thing, though. Like, say what you will about Uncle, right? But when push came to shove, and like the whatever the Pinkertons came, well, I don't know if I should ruin it, but like Uncle defended the ranch, you know, with John at the end of Red Dead 1. You know, he might have been lazy, but when the chips were down, he did what he could. So, yeah. Yeah, he most definitely did. So, that was definitely redeemed him a bit in my eyes. Yeah, I've played all three of them too. Red Dead Revolver doesn't happen in the same world, but you know, it's obvious where they you know, they laid the groundwork. They got their feet wet. So bagel, that's what I'm making right now. Black unless that was a joke. Yeah, he's mentioned as like one of those uh what are those penny books, I think they called them. So, dang, I'm late. Dimwit. All right. Blackhand, I'm not going to be doing the Shadow Wolf tutorial right now, but I've got a little list of characters that um, definitely are definitely of interest for me to make. So I'll add it to that. Bagel, don't worry about it. Um, I've been good, but I do plan on taking off here rather shortly here. Um, so see now that now that I say I'm gonna take off, that's when everybody pops up. Man, it's like you're just waiting in the wings. Um, yeah. Hey Dutch, how you doing? Um, perfecto, perfecto. What's your original language, Blackhand? Perfetto. Is that Italian? French? Why do we need to grab another train, Dutch? Alright. Italy. Alright. I appreciate you guys' pizza and the spaghetti. Any kind of pasta, really. Um God. What is it? The there's a Blackhand. There's a pizzeria in Napoli. It's the oldest that's been in continued. It's the oldest in existence that has been in continual use. And places to run. It's, you just need more money. Guys, there's a like a YouTuber. I don't even know what his name is, but he does like a really good imitation of Arthur Morgan. Um, if you haven't seen it, you need to check it out. He plays online. He his character uh, looks like Arthur Morgan as well. Um, so yeah, it's just really funny. He's interacting with other players and whatnot. It's good stuff. Sounds like pizza. Like pizza on a bagel? Because when you have pizza on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. God, I was getting ready to leave, and now you guys are all showing up and keeping me on here. How dare you? You know what, all that work and I never even tried checking out, like, the 3/4 appearance here. So that can definitely be adjusted. Yeah, it looks like a lot of them froze. It's popping up again. Okay, that does look better. I'm glad you guys kept me on here, cause yeah, I've made a few adjustments that definitely would have hindered her appearance. Dutch, you're gone? What do you mean you're gone? English or USA? USA. America. American. Are you waiting for Johnny? Oh, Johnny! May you sail off to Tahiti in peace. I feel like if that's not a typo, then I interpret that as a threat. But hey, while I have a few people in here, I was talking to Hathaway earlier, because of the number of followers I have, and how many accumulated hours, I'm still not. Yeah, blame the autocorrect. I'm still not monetized, but I can do a couple of like monetization kind of things. One of them is offering memberships to my channel, and I personally don't think that my channel is like membership worthy, so to speak. It's not like I'm doing stuff that would be would be worth a membership. So what I was kind of thinking is basically treating it like a lottery of sorts. Like you would pay the some monthly membership fee, and the money just basically gets tossed into a pot, so to speak. And so that when the pot grows to a certain amount, that money would then be used to like buy a video game or a controller, or I mean the prize can keep going high, can keep getting bigger and bigger depending on how many people are participating, or it can be like multiple prizes, just smaller amounts. So this way it's basically treating the membership like a lottery, and so that it would actually be kind of worth it for people to have pay for a membership. Excuse me. I don't know. Just what do you guys think? People in the chat right now. Like, obviously the only people that it would be available for are the people who are paying the membership. But like I would do a drawing. Like I would I know that there's some internet like spinning wheel type of thing. I can just put in people's names and everything, hit the enter button, and it'll select one. But I'm just I'm throwing that out there. Want to see how you guys think. Pizza Napoli. Yes. Do you not like I Blackhand? I don't know what those the things at the end mean. Does that mean that the pizza in Napoli is good or bad? I'm grateful for the people in Napoli. I once ordered a pepperoni pizza, and the people there, like, understanding that I wasn't Italian. Um, they they showed me what a pepperoni was to them, and it was definitely not what I was expecting. Um, and what I was expecting was what they referred to as diavola. You don't like the pizza in Napoli? Why? There's a threat. Dutch better sleep with one eye open. I'm sure that he does. Well, he doesn't anymore. I mean, he jumped off that cliff, so poor Dutch. Bagel, I do not have a Patreon. Um, like when I first started this whole YouTube thing, it was literally just to show a coworker some funny stuff that would happen in video games. Um, and then slowly it started to grow. Other people were enjoying the stuff I was putting up there, and I had also made some characters that I uploaded to YouTube because I wanted to be able to recreate them later. And again, I started getting compliments on the characters I was uploading, and uh, compliments became requests, and requests have become a channel, so to speak. No pepperoni. See, yeah, Diavola is good. Um, in America, we call Diavola pepperoni, and I think that what you call pepperoni, we call pepperoncini. I don't eat it, so I eat Diavola. I don't eat the pepperoni. He's a wuss. Who's a wuss? I don't know. It seems like that talk about membership stuff has scared people off. I didn't get any kind of responses on it. Dutch. Yeah. Well, Dutch was on his way out anyway, so let's be fair to him there. All right. Yeah. You have a good night, Black Hand. Yeah. It's like what? It's gotta be like 3 in the morning there, 4 in the morning. You do it, okay. All right. Well, that's one vote for yes. Um. Yeah. I honestly, like I said, I'm not exactly sure what I would do there. I wouldn't object to being able to make money off of this whole YouTube thing, but at the same time, if I was going to do something like a lottery kind of thing, um, I would want to make it so it's like the biggest bang for people's buck, you know. So I know like I don't know how much like YouTube would charge out of like how much money they take out of like a membership kind of thing. I know when it comes to like ads, like say you make $1, YouTube actually takes 40 cents of that. They take 40%. So if that's what it was going to be for like memberships and stuff as well, I would rather, I think I would rather like look elsewhere to do this whole thing, so that people would be able to get their money's worth. You know, so that more of the money that they are contributing to it would go to the prizes instead of some corporations corporation's back pocket. You know what I mean? So anyway, yeah. With that, I am gonna get going here. If anybody watches this video later, and they have anything that they want to contribute or say about the whole membership lottery thing, by all means, chime in. Let me know what you think. I would greatly appreciate it. Um, Chances are I'll probably like make a video about it later when I have some more of the details kind of ironed out. Um, yeah. So, Hathaway, yes, I did get some message that popped up, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So I will have to read it in a little bit. But that said, you guys have a good night. Uh, I'm on pretty much every Friday. Um, unless something comes up or I just completely got like overwhelmed at work and I just need my downtime. But barring that, I should be on every Friday, about the same time, about right now, or an hour and a half earlier than than now. It'd be about what roughly 8:30 Eastern time. So, all right. Again, guys, thanks for chiming in. Thanks for hanging out, chatting. It was fun. All right. Hope to see you next week. Bye.